Answer honestly. How many times have you told yourself, when I feel more financially secure, then I'll invest? Or, I need to study more before starting my business? Or, when I have more confidence, I'll ask for that raise? Take a deep breath and feel this for a moment. Because what I'm about to reveal to you in the next few minutes will turn upside down everything you've been taught about building real wealth. You will never get rich waiting to have financial confidence. I know this sounds like a controversial statement, but neuroscience proves something that goes against everything you believe about prosperity. For decades, we've been conditioned to think we need to feel confident about money to start building financial abundance, that we need to be ready before acting. This is a neurological lie that keeps your brain trapped in scarcity patterns. The truth is exactly the opposite. Financial confidence is the result of action, not the prerequisite. Revolutionary research in neuroplasticity, led by scientists like Dr. Joe Dispenza and validated by behavioral economics studies by Daniel Kahneman, shows that your brain only develops financial confidence when you feed it real evidence of your capacity to prosper. And here's where quantum physics and spirituality meet science. That concept of faith in action you've heard about? It's literally your nervous system reprogramming itself through financial micro-decisions that create new neural circuits of abundance. You're about to discover the exact neuroscientific protocol that transforms financial fear into fuel for wealth. How small financial tiny tweaks can measurably elevate your vibrational frequency, and why your resistance to financial changes is actually your brain trying to protect you, but sabotaging your prosperity in the process. Put yourself in this situation. What if I told you that in the next 30 minutes, you'll understand how to create neurological evidence that forces your brain to believe in your capacity for financial manifestation? That you'll leave here with a complete mindset transformation, from scarcity to abundance, based on pure neuroscience? So let's begin. But before we dive into the revolutionary science behind this, you need to understand why your brain is literally programmed to sabotage your wealth from the moment you wake up. Let me tell you something that will shake your deepest structures about financial confidence. Right now, as you're watching this video, your mind is operating with a lie about money that completely paralyzes you. A lie that says, I need to feel financially confident before acting. And here's the brutal truth. You're waiting for financial confidence that will never come because you've completely reversed the order of things. Think about it now. How many times have you said, when I feel more secure, I'll invest? I need to be certain before starting a business, or I don't feel prepared to ask for that raise. Every time you say this, you're perpetuating the biggest deception about prosperity. Psychologist Daniel Kahneman discovered something revolutionary. Our brain is programmed to avoid losses, not seek gains. This means when it comes to money, your mind will always invent excuses not to act, will always find reasons for you not to feel confident enough. Here's what really happens. You're waiting for financial confidence to magically appear before you take any action. It's like expecting to feel like an expert swimmer before entering the pool for the first time. It simply doesn't work that way. Your mind has created a powerful limiting belief that confidence comes before action, that you need to be ready before starting, that you need all the answers before taking your first financial step. Take a deep breath and put yourself in this situation. You're in a vicious cycle where you don't act because you don't have confidence, and you don't have confidence because you don't act. It's a mental prison that keeps you exactly where you are financially. The resistance you feel to making investments, starting a business, asking for that raise, it's not intuition protecting you. It's your own mental system sabotaging your prosperity because it was programmed to keep you safe in the comfort zone of financial mediocrity. But here's where everything changes. Financial confidence isn't something you need to feel first. It's something you build by doing. It's the result of evidence you create through action, not the prerequisite for acting. When you understand this, your entire relationship with money transforms. You stop waiting to feel financially brave and start acting despite fear. And that's when the magic of manifestation really happens. The faith in action so often spoken about in spirituality, that's exactly it. Acting even without prior confidence, trusting that confidence will come through the evidence you'll create. It's when you elevate your vibrational frequency, not through thoughts, but through courageous actions. How exactly do you do this? How do you break this cycle of waiting for confidence to act? The answer lies in a powerful connection between faith, action, and something science calls the reticular activating system. And this will completely change how you view financial manifestation. Now I need to reveal something that will shock both skeptics and law of attraction enthusiasts. Financial manifestation is real, but it doesn't work like 99% of people think. Stop for a moment and reflect. How many times have you visualized having more money, repeated affirmations about abundance, made vision boards full of cars and mansions, and still remained financially in the same place? Here's what nobody tells you. Financial manifestation without confidence built through real evidence is just fantasy disguised as spirituality. The truth is that manifestation and neuroscience are the same thing viewed from different angles. When you visualize abundance, you're activating your reticular activating system, the part of your brain that filters information and opportunities. But here's the problem. If you don't have real financial confidence based on evidence you yourself created, your brain simply ignores those opportunities when they appear. It's like tuning into a radio station, but not having adequate equipment to capture the signal. Dr. Joe Dispenza explains this brilliantly. You can meditate about abundance all day, but if your emotional identity is still that of someone who can't make money, your brain will continue creating reality that matches that identity. Real financial manifestation happens when you combine three elements: faith, plus action, plus evidence. Faith gives you courage to start even without confidence. Action creates experiences. And evidence builds true confidence that sustains your new financial reality. Put yourself in this situation. Imagine you want to manifest $3,500 per month. But what if, instead of trying to jump straight to $3,500, you focused on building evidence gradually? What if you started proving to your round bry now that you can earn $200, then $400, creating a confidence ladder based on real successes? This isn't small thinking. It's intelligent manifestation. It's expanding your financial consciousness in a way your own nervous system can follow and sustain. The law of attraction works, but it needs a brain that truly believes in its own capacity. And that belief only comes through evidence you create yourself. Here's where spirituality and science meet. When you act with faith despite not having initial financial confidence, you're literally rewiring your brain for abundance. Each small financial victory measurably elevates your vibrational frequency. Each evidence of success strengthens your mental force and expands your prosperous comfort zone. The synchronicity you seek so much? It happens when your brain finally believes you deserve the opportunities that were always there, but you couldn't see due to lack of financial confidence. So the real question isn't how to manifest money. The question is, how to build financial confidence through evidence that forces my brain to believe in my capacity to prosper. And the answer to that is simpler and more powerful than you imagine. The moment has come to reveal the secret that completely changed my financial life and that of thousands of people. Financial confidence isn't something you need to have. It's something you need to build. And you build it through evidence, not through feelings. Let this sink in for a moment. You're waiting to feel financially confident, to start investing, to start a business, to ask for that raise. But you're waiting for something that will only appear after you act. It's like waiting to feel fit before starting to work out. It simply doesn't work that way. Here's the revolutionary truth. Your brain is an evidence-collecting machine. It doesn't care about your affirmations or visualizations. It wants proof that you're capable of prospering financially. And those proofs only come through action. Carol Dweck, one of the greatest experts in growth mindset, discovered that our confidence develops through small, consistent victories, not through big motivational leaps. And this applies perfectly to financial prosperity. Take a deep breath and follow me in this reflection. When you earned your first money, even if it was just 3 selling something at school, you felt something different, didn't you? A sensation of, I did it. That was your brain collecting evidence of your financial capacity. The problem is most people stop collecting this evidence. They wait for big opportunities, big investments, big changes, and while they wait, their financial confidence stays in the same place, or even decreases. Here's what you need to understand. Small, consistent financial actions create powerful neurological transformations. Every time you manage to save 15, every time you earn 30 extra, every time you invest 7, you're literally training your brain to believe in your capacity for abundance. Put yourself in this situation. What if, instead of waiting to have courage to invest 300, you started investing 15 per month? Your brain will register, I am a person who invests. After a few months, investing will become part of your financial identity. And then, increasing to $30,070, $150 will seem natural because you already have evidence that you're capable. This isn't small thinking. This is scientific manifestation. It's how you elevate your vibrational frequency gradually and sustainably. Each small financial victory expands your prosperous comfort zone and strengthens your mental force. The resistance to change you feel dramatically decreases when you have real evidence of your capacity. Fear of investing disappears when you've already proven to yourself you can do it. Financial anxiety transforms into renewed hope when you see real progress, even if small. Here's the protocol that changed everything for me. Instead of trying to build confidence to then act, I started acting in small steps to build confidence. I started saving 2 per day. I started selling something for 7. I started investing $10 in a simple application. Each small action was evidence for my brain. I am capable of prospering. And with each evidence, my financial confidence grew. Not because I felt more confidence, but because I had more real evidence. Synchronicity started appearing when my brain finally believed I deserved financial blessings. Opportunities that were always there became visible because I had the mental clarity of someone who acts, not someone who just dreams. But how exactly do you implement this in practice? How do you create this protocol of small actions that build big transformations? The answer lies in a simple system anyone can start today, regardless of their current financial situation. Now I'm going to give you the exact protocol that transformed my relationship with money and can transform yours too. The micro-financial success. Protocol, a simple system that builds financial confidence through daily evidence your brain cannot ignore. Here's the truth. You don't need large amounts to start. You need small consistency. Because financial confidence isn't built with one big stroke of luck. It's built with small repeated victories. Think about it. When you want to get fit, you don't expect to lift 220 pounds on the first day. You start with the weight you can handle, prove to your muscles they can do it, and gradually increase. Your financial brain works exactly the same way. Step 1. The $2 Daily Challenge. For the next 30 days, your only goal is to find a way to save or earn an extra $2 per day. It could be selling something you don't use, saving on some unnecessary purchase, doing a small service for someone. Take a deep breath and understand the power of this. It's not about the $60 you'll have at the end of the month. It's about the 30 pieces of evidence you'll give your brain that you're capable of prospering. Each day you succeed, you're building your identity as a prosperous person. Step 2. Confidence tracking. Dr. Joe Dispenza always talks about the importance of measuring progress to create real changes. So you'll write down, every day, 2 simple things. 1. The financial action you took, however small. How you felt afterward, more confident, more capable, more hopeful. Put yourself in this situation. Imagine that after 10 days, you look at your notes and see 10 pieces of evidence that you're capable of creating money. How would this change your financial energy? How would this elevate your vibrational frequency? Step 3. The financial confidence ladder. After the first 30 days proving you can earn, save 2 per day, you increase to 3. Then 7, then 15. Each step is only climbed when you have solid evidence from the previous one. 2. This isn't slowness. This is building sustainable financial freedom. It's how you avoid self-sabotage that happens when you try to grow faster than your confidence can follow. Step 4. The active gratitude protocol. With each victory, even the smallest, you stop and consciously give thanks. Not just an automatic thank you, but gratitude that recognizes, I made this happen. This active gratitude transforms each small success into consciousness expansion. Here's where spirituality and practice meet. When you give thanks for your capacity to prosper, you're tuning your energy with abundance. You're telling the universe, I recognize my power of financial manifestation. Step 5. The 1% growth rule. Each week, you increase your goals by just 1%. If you achieved 10x train the first week, in the second, you seek 10.10. It seems ridiculously small, but at the end of a year, you're at a completely different level of confidence and financial capacity. Resistance to change disappears when growth is gradual. Your brain doesn't feel threatened, so it cooperates instead of sabotaging. You build mental strength without generating fear. This protocol has already transformed thousands of people's lives because it works with human brain nature, not against it. It builds real financial confidence based on evidence you yourself created. But there's an obstacle that can bring all this down if you don't know how to handle it. An obstacle that appears precisely when you're starting to succeed, when you're building real confidence. And this obstacle has a name: financial fear. But what I'm going to teach you about fear will completely change how you deal with it. Now, I need to reveal something that will turn your relationship with financial fear upside down. Fear of losing money isn't your enemy. It's your best indicator that you're about to expand your financial comfort zone. Stop and reflect. Every time you felt fear before making an investment, before asking for a raise, before starting a business, you were exactly at the limit between your current comfort zone and your next financial version. The problem is, you were taught that fear means stop, that financial anxiety means don't do it, that if you don't feel 100% confident, it's better to wait. This is the biggest misconception about wealth building that exists. Here's the transformative truth. Prosperous people aren't people without financial fear. They're people who act despite financial fear. Put yourself in this situation. You're about to make your first investment. Your heart races. Your mind invents 1,000 scenarios of how you could lose everything. You feel that pit in your stomach. And then you think, if I'm afraid, it's because I shouldn't do it. But what if I told you that this fear is exactly the signal that you should do it? That this anxiety is your brain recognizing you're about to leave your current financial identity and enter a new one. Financial fear is like an alarm that rings every time you're about to grow. It's not a danger alarm, it's a transformation alarm. Take a deep breath and understand this. Real financial confidence isn't the absence of fear. It's the ability to act even with fear present. It's the courage to tolerate anxiety while you build evidence of your capacity. Here's what happened to me. For years, I let financial fear paralyze me. Every time an investment opportunity, business opportunity, growth opportunity appeared, fear appeared with it, and I backed down. I thought I was protecting myself. Actually, I was sabotaging myself. The moment everything changed was when I stopped trying to eliminate fear and started carrying it with me. When I accepted that feeling, financial anxiety was a natural part of the growth process. The first time I invested while feeling fear, something incredible happened. After the action, fear decreased. My brain registered, I survived, I did it. And the next time, although fear was still there, it was smaller. This is the magic formula. Action plus fear expanded confidence. Every time you act despite financial fear, you're strengthening your mental force. You're proving to your own nervous system that you're capable of prospering even in unknown territory. The resistance to change you feel? It's pure energy waiting to be channeled for your growth. Fear is disguised fuel. Anxiety is consciousness expansion happening in real time. Here's where spirituality meets practice. When you act with faith despite fear, you're literally elevating your vibrational frequency. You're telling the universe, I trust the process even when I don't completely understand it. This is the difference between those who manifest real financial abundance and those who just dream, the willingness to feel fear and act anyway, the courage to build confidence through experience, not through prior certainty. Synchronicity starts flowing when you stop resisting fear and start dancing with it. Blessings appear when you demonstrate faith in action, not just faith in thought. Now you have all the puzzle pieces. You understand that financial confidence is output, not input. You have the practical protocol to build real evidence, and you know how to use fear as fuel instead of obstacle. But here's the question that will determine whether you'll apply all this or file it away as another interesting content. Who do you choose to be from now on? The person who waits for confidence to act, or the person who acts to build confidence? We've reached the end of this transformation journey, and now you have in your hands something that 99% of people will never understand. Real financial confidence isn't something you wait to receive. It's something you build through daily evidence that forces your brain to believe in your capacity to prosper. You discovered that every time you waited to feel ready financially, you were perpetuating the biggest mental deception about wealth. From today on, you know that action creates confidence. Confidence generates more action, and this virtuous cycle is what separates those who manifest real abundance from those who just dream about it. Right now, you have two choices before you. The first is to do like most people. Find this content interesting, feel momentary motivation, and then return to the same old patterns, waiting for confidence to act, procrastinating opportunities, keeping your vibrational frequency in scarcity. The second choice is revolutionary. Start today. The Micro-Financial Success Protocol. Accept that fear is your fuel for growth and build your new prosperous identity through real evidence your brain cannot deny. This second choice will elevate your human energy to levels you can't even imagine possible. The synchronicity that brought you to this video wasn't an accident. It was the universe conspiring for your financial transformation. Each concept you learned here is a blessing disguised as practical knowledge. The consciousness expansion you felt watching this is your nervous system preparing for a new reality of abundance. But all this only materializes if you transform this knowledge into action. The time for waiting is over. The time to build your financial confidence through real evidence has begun now. If this video touched something deep in you, if you felt your hope renewed and your mental clarity expanding, then subscribe to this channel and activate notifications, because you just discovered your new source of financial freedom and emotional freedom. Like this video so it reaches more people who need this transformation. And tell me in the comments, what will be your first action to build evidence of financial confidence? Because from the moment you type that response, you won't be the same person anymore. You'll be someone who acts to prosper, not someone who waits to prosper. Your new financial life begins now.